schooler, honor roll and all. But he was a 23-year-old faker, say the authorities.
It's Friday, February 26. Another hour of Morning Express starts now. Here's Robin Meade.
The GOP presidential debate in Houston. Now, in case you missed it, Marco Rubio. So when they were not hurling insults at each other or interrupting each other, the candidates did lay out plans on certain things like immigration, saying no amnesty for illegal immigrants. Let me get you more news in the fast lane. So other headlines, a guy accused of walking into his lawn care plant where he worked and opening fire was served with a protection order about an hour before the shooting. We've learned, according to the sheriff, patients getting letters from a hospital in New Jersey saying, you may have been exposed to HIV or hepatitis. Well, a former pharmacist at Shore Medical Center is accused of drug tampering, and prosecutors say that he stole morphine and replaced it with saline. Officials worry that patients between June of 2013 and September of 14 may have come into contact with that person's blood, so they are recommending testing for more than 200 people. President Obama says that the fight against ISIS will continue accelerating despite the start of a ceasefire tomorrow in Syria. He says the truth is worth trying to end the 6-year civil war. Coffee. There's so many great reports about how good it is for you, right? You can fight cancer, live longer. Well, doctors say, looks like it had snow in it. Yeah?
No, that was a tornado maker.
No, okay.
Yeah.
All right, gotcha. Oh, it's on me.
You.
Sorry, I'm just staring at you. It's loud. Go on.
Yes.
Apple went to court 15 minutes past the hour. Our salute to the troops today is from the entire Haynes family. Petty salute to you. You feel the same way about someone you know that's in the military. Least thing we can do, right, is put their picture up online or a video of you talking about them and say thank you for what you do. Maybe you already have that video that you're sitting there talking about that loved one. You can send it to me. You can tweet me at Robin Meade. You can Facebook the show. Let's get your loved ones. Salute on the air. Perhaps, yeah. Apple officially has asked for the judge's order that it break into a San Bernardino attacker's phone to throw out that order. Money expert Jen notes that Apple says that would be violating the Constitution. Good morning. A grand jury will decide if Johnny Manziel is charged in a case of domestic violence. And Andy knows that the allegation stems from the incident with his now ex-girlfriend last month. Good morning. Time has come for the movie man, Russ Leatherman's picks and other stuff that he's excited about this year from the movie world. You know, a family says that they were on a bucket list vacation when they got removed from their flight. It is 30 minutes past the hour. Good morning. That had and all, you're fine the way you are, to us anyway. I'm Robin Meade. How about we get your day going with news that refuse to serve gay or lesbian customers based on religious beliefs. During last night's GOP debate, he said that religious freedom does not give them the right to discriminate. And Kasich does not support same-sex marriage, but says that he has moved on since the Supreme Court ruled it's constitutional. Donald Trump has had an unusual response to why he thinks that he's being audited by the IRS. Now, he said maybe it's because of his religion. Ben Carson, now he has his own problems with the IRS, saying that the agency targeted him for criticizing President Obama. About that, we have no comment from the IRS. Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders are making last-minute pushes for. The family says that other passengers started clapping when they got removed from a plane because of their 7-year-old's allergies. He was having a reaction to somebody's service dog on board. They claim that they were on a bucket list vacation because the dad has terminal cancer, or if it was for some other reason. But obviously, the family took it to be mean-spirited. Allegiant Air tells CNN, though, that they stand behind the decision to remove the family from the plane, and they said in part, quote, Mississippi's governor has signed a proclamation declaring April the Confederate Heritage Month. Now, his office says that he believes the state's history deserves study and reflection, no matter how unpleasant. Now, a member of the state's legislative Black Caucus says that he has no problem with people honoring their Confederate ancestors, but points out that some people do have a problem with a Confederate battle emblem that is on the Mississippi state flag. See what you think about this, that kids of all ages, and I mean toddlers, might be able to use a handgun in Iowa soon. So a new bill wants to let parents be the ones that choose. At what age do you let your kid learn about guns, learn to shoot them as long as they are supervised? Well, Mike Alanos has more on the story. And for many people, now we got your attention, right? Toddlers. Right now, the law is what there? Asking my dad, can I try that rifle? It was a little 410 and him shooting, teaching me to hold it and to shoot at a target across the garden. Nevada's governor says that he doesn't want to be a Supreme Court nominee, or at least just a few days before the Oscars, Jimmy Kimmel once again made actors read all the mean things that people tweet about them. Oh, you gotta love it. Mean tweets. George Clooney, Kevin Costner, and Sean Penn also took turns reading the mean tweets. A high school honor student had an edge over the rest of the class because nobody knew that was the case for a 23-year-old man from the Ukraine who allegedly pretended to be a high schooler in Pennsylvania. He was saying at the debate, Marco Rubio zeroed in on the national debt during the debate last night in this way. Oh, what about that? Are we really made on a house of cards? Here's expert Jen. Good morning.
Good morning. And you know, I mean, when you see us bring up this quote, right?
This has been in trouble, of course, since that documentary Blackfish came out. It cast SeaWorld in a harsh light for the way that it treats orcas, and it's something that was co-produced by CNN.
Thank you. Full House fans, you finally have your sequel starting today. Melissa Knowles will bring you more on that right now because it's trending.
It is trending. Good morning, Robin. To raise money on a crowdfunding site to get people.
Okay.
I don't know. I believe it.
Oh no, I don't say. I'm not saying that it's not true, but there's something very kind of snarky about it that makes me go, "Is this a skit?" Well, I guess he did its job, yeah. And then I go, well, then why don't we just put caffeine in the lotion then? Okay, anyway. A high school cheerleader in Florida had an important question for her friend who is a special needs student, and this video has gone viral. How about this as a moment of sunshine? Malibu, California had to save one of their own after she was hit in the head when have agreed on tougher UN sanctions on North Korea to try to limit its nuclear program. Now, one key sanction would require all countries to inspect all cargo going to and from North Korea for military equipment, regardless of whether they believe they have grounds for suspicion. Another sanction would cut off luxury goods like watches or jet skis from going into North Korea. The Security Council is expected to vote on it this weekend. There's one tiny square of toilet paper left. Always happens, doesn't it? Facebook, Instagram, we're tweeting picture and video. You have the best sense of humor. And use the hashtag MyMorningExpress so we can find it. Good job. Steph Curry rewrote NBA history again by his three-point shots last night. But it's what he did for a young fan on the kid's birthday that has social media buzzing, Andy says. Thank you. Astronaut Scott Kelly is nearly finished with a year in space, and he says he feels like he could do another year, even 100. I don't know. Is that